Namaste everyone. Today I want to talk about an interesting topic about the ego and why some people never become successful because they are afraid of their own power. Now, the ego is represented by the first house because it's ruled by Aries, and Aries is a sign of the ego. And the 10th house is represented by Capricorn, and the 10th house is to do with public reputation, and the 10th house squares the first house. Okay, so whatever your public image is in real life does affect you on the first house level, on the ego, and it affects your identity, okay, of who you believe you are, because whatever people say about you, you kind of have to regulate it, and you have to internalize it and say, wait, are they right? Is it true? Am I really that public persona? Or who am I? And that's the big question. Who am I? And time again, okay, we see that everything in life, once it reaches a certain peak, it has to collapse, okay? And this is represented by the tower in the tarot cards, okay? The tower, and it's ruled by Mars. And the tower in the tarot cards and the trump cards and the major arcanas is a tower that's been built, and it's represented by the Babylon Tower. And this Babylon Tower represents the ego, the drive, the ambition, okay? And it's up and it's shaking in the card, and people are falling out of the card, and that represents the ego being shaken, okay? The ego that you had about a certain situation has been, it's being transformed into another version, okay? And when that happens, it's very painful, okay, because we get to see things that we don't want to see. But once we see them and we overcome them, we heal, okay, we become another person, another ego. And this process happens throughout our whole lives. We're always constantly evaluating ourselves and changing. If we don't change, we are dead, okay? And I was looking at videos the other day about success and people, how they attain success, and I was getting motivated and inspired by that. And there was this quote that says that there was this law that says that people are afraid of success because once they are successful, okay, they have to learn how to balance the ego. Because if they don't balance the ego, then what happens? It reaches a certain peak and it collapses, okay? They start getting corrupted, they start doing things they're not supposed to be doing, they get greedy. And that happens with rich people, okay? Some people were poor and they were humble, and then when they reach a certain peak, guess what? Okay, they start doing things they're not supposed to be doing. So, and then their fall comes, okay? And same thing with every single empire that's existed. The Egyptian Empire, the Roman Empire, everything, okay? Everything that's reaches peak of civilization collapses. Same thing with America. America will collapse one day. I don't know when, but hey, it's just the law of nature. If you don't know how to master your ego and learn how to say, hey, I'm going to try to take control of the situation of myself, then it's going to take control of you, okay? The ego only goes upwards once it goes up, okay? And then once it goes to a certain peak, it will collapse, it will crumble to form another ego. That's the cycle of life and death. And this is why it's very important to meditate. And I do this every night because I want to make sure, I want to make sure that I'm one person. Okay, I'm not multiple people, because everybody develops alter egos. Okay, this is basic. Alter egos are those egos that we pick up from people or from things that we see on TV. For example, a person that's an actress or a person that's an actor, they could pick up alter egos from certain situations, okay? And it's very simple. If you're an actor and actress, you've done this, and I've done this many times. If you want to be a really, really good actress or actor, you have to be believable. And in order to be believable, you have to channel the right emotion, okay? If you've ever been in a drama class, they will tell you that you have to learn how to channel those 7 emotions: the anger, happy, sad, it goes on, the list goes on, etc. You have to learn how to channel those. You have to have a list of events that remind you of that certain emotion, so you could channel it immediately, when the scene comes, okay? And those are alter egos, okay? If you are a really good actress and you say sad, and when they trigger sad, it's a sad scene of your dad dying, like, many years ago, and If you don't know how to turn that off, you're going to be sad throughout the whole entire scene, okay? So you have to learn how to control your ego, okay? You have to learn when you're turning them on and when it's really, you know, authentically you speaking, okay? And we see this time and time again, you know, with every actor, actress, and even, you know, musicians out there. Sometimes they cannot turn off that alter ego. It just gets the best out of them, okay? That character does not get out of them. Okay, they can't turn it off. They're not in control of, you know, of the other egos that exist, because we also have alter egos. So they cannot control. They are too weak to, you know, turn it off. And in certain religions, they say that this is, you know, demonic stuff. You know, like people are possessed, in a way you are. You are possessed by emotion. You are possessed by anger. You are possessed by sadness. You are possessed in a way. And this is why it's very important to be neutral. Okay, that you know that emotions are just like clouds in a sunny day. The emotion that's the most important one and the most authentic one is peace, which is the sun. The rest are just clouds that keep changing throughout time, okay, throughout the day even. So that's something that the monks teach people, that peace is like the sun and the clouds are just emotions. They're egos, you know, fluctuating. You have to learn how to get in touch with that inner calmness, that inner peace, no matter how much it's raining outside. Okay, you have to learn how to do that. Okay, and if you don't know how to do that, you're gonna go crazy. So I hope this video was interesting about the ego and how it works, and how important it is to control your ego. Okay, because if we don't control it, then, you know, we can function to our full potential. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and namaste.